Major breaking! Fabrizio Romano reveals Tottenham are pushing hard for Yan Diomande in January, and the negotiations are heating up faster than anyone expected. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham have surged to the front of the queue in one of Europe's most heated transfer chases, as Fabrizio Romano confirms that Yan Diomande has become the club's leading priority for the January window. The RB Leipzig winger, only 19 and already one of the most explosive talents in the Bundesliga, is generating a level of noise rarely seen for a player so young, and Spurs believe this is their moment to strike. Romano has stated that Tottenham are ahead of the pack in admiration and intent, with the club having monitored Diomande the closest and for the longest. The Ivorian sensation has been a revelation since arriving from Leganés in the summer, tormenting fullbacks with frightening acceleration, fearless dribbling, and a left-wing presence that has already produced 6 goal contributions in just a dozen Bundesliga outings. His rapid rise has alerted half of Europe, and Romano stressed that at least 4 major clubs are now circling, waiting for the first move to be made. But Tottenham, unlike their rivals, are preparing for an aggressive January. Thomas Frank has demanded a winger with genuine match-winning ability, someone capable of giving Spurs the unpredictability and cutting edge that has been missing on the left flank. And every indication from Hotspur Way suggests that Diomande is the name at the top of the list. RB Leipzig, however, are digging their heels in. Publicly, the German club insists that their teenage star will not leave midway through the season. Privately, though, the message is slightly different. While Diomande's £87 million release clause puts him among the Bundesliga's premium assets, intermediaries have made it clear that a bid closer to £60 million would be enough to put Leipzig under serious pressure. The expectation in Germany is that the right offer would force the conversation, even if the club are reluctant to lose him before the summer. Romano's update has only intensified the situation. Tottenham know they are being watched closely by the competition, but they also know they hold a genuine advantage. Long-term scouting, a clear pathway to the Premier League, and the guarantee that Diomande would arrive as a central figure rather than a rotation option. Liverpool, 2 Italian giants and a French heavyweight have all registered interest, yet none appear as committed as Spurs. Inside Tottenham, there is growing confidence that January will bring big investment, with the club planning to back Frank decisively in the attacking department. Diomande fits the profile perfectly: young, electrifying, fearless, and capable of transforming the left-hand side from day one. Spurs have suddenly accelerated into one of the most fascinating transfer chases of the winter window, with Eintracht Frankfurt's flying fullback Nathaniel Brown emerging as a serious target. The 22-year-old has turned heads across Europe this season, but his stunning display at the Camp Nou, capped with a brilliantly crafted assist in Frankfurt's narrow Champions League defeat to Barcelona, has pushed his name straight to the top of several Premier League shortlists. Team Talk sources say scouts from Tottenham, Manchester City and Manchester United were all present in Catalonia, yet it is Spurs who appear the most energised by Brown's trajectory. His explosive runs down the left flank, his fearlessness in possession, and the maturity he shows in both phases of play have convinced many that he is ready for a major leap in his career. For Tottenham, the timing could not be more significant. Destiny Udogie's recent injury has set off alarm bells inside Hotspur Way. Although the Italian is expected to return in January, there is a growing acceptance that Spurs must reinforce the left side if they are to keep pace with the elite under Thomas Frank. The club's recruitment team have reportedly intensified their monitoring of Brown, with senior figures now viewing him as a profile they have lacked for some time. A dynamic, attack-minded defender capable of dominating an entire channel on his own. Despite only joining Eintracht Frankfurt in January 2024, the Bundesliga side are not shutting the door on a deal. The situation is clear: if a sizable bid arrives, they will consider their options. Sources familiar with Frankfurt's stance say that offers above £50 million would spark serious internal discussions. Brown himself, twice capped for Germany, is believed to be open to testing his abilities in English football should the right project be presented to him. The expectation across Germany has long been that Brown would move at the end of the season, but Tottenham's growing urgency could alter the landscape dramatically. A substantial winter bid, particularly from a club offering guaranteed minutes, a starring role, and the chance to compete at the highest level may be enough to shift Frankfurt's position sooner than planned. With multiple Premier League giants circling, the race for Brown is gathering momentum at breakneck speed. Tottenham, driven by necessity and ambition, are now weighing up the possibility of pouncing early. If they choose to strike in January, this pursuit could rapidly transform into one of the defining sagas of the window. Tottenham are once again circling Crystal Palace's striker Jean-Philippe Mateta, and the noise around this pursuit is growing louder by the day. Spurs tried to prize the Frenchman out of Selhurst Park in the final hours of the summer window, but Palace slammed the door shut immediately. Now, with Mateta edging closer to the end of his current deal, the situation has shifted dramatically. Mateta, 28, has become one of the Premier League's most reliable finishers, a forward who combines physical dominance with razor-sharp movement inside the box. His ability to bully defenders, hold up play and clinically convert chances has made him indispensable to Palace. But with contract discussions stalling and next summer looming, pressure is quietly building behind the scenes. Football Insider's Pete O'Rourke says Spurs' late summer bid was cheeky, and Palace treated it as such. Yet the dynamics are changing. Mateta is tied down until 2027, but if he shows no intention of renewing beyond that, Palace face a dilemma: cash in while his value is high, or risk watching him drift towards the final stages of his deal with diminishing leverage. For Tottenham, this opens a genuine window of opportunity. What complicates matters further is the growing list of suitors. Reports in Italy claim AC Milan are watching Mateta closely, and the competition around him will only intensify if Palace fail to secure a renewal. His Premier League pedigree makes him an attractive option for any club seeking immediate impact, and Tottenham, above all, need precisely that. Recent weeks have exposed glaring weaknesses in Spurs' attack. Goals have dried up, performances have dipped, and the need for a true number 9 capable of carrying the front line has become impossible to ignore. Mateta offers qualities Tottenham currently lack: aerial power, penalty box presence, and the consistency required to navigate the brutal second half of a Premier League season. However, the biggest question of all remains on Palace's side. They are competing in Europe, pushing for a strong league finish, and losing a key player in January would be a major blow. Ideally, they want him to stay until the summer. But a sizable offer paired with Mateta's uncertain contract situation might force their hand sooner than expected. Tottenham's recruitment team are watching the situation with increasing focus. They know exactly how valuable Mateta could be to Thomas Frank's system, and how transformative a signing like this might prove in the run-in. If Spurs decide to return with intent in January, this saga could escalate at speed. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Tottenham, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video with other Spurs fans. Together we can keep growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!